Morning, folks. Day soap is brought to us from Stirling. Name of this one here is Island Man. And yep, it's blue on the inside. The soap is blue. The aftershave is blue. Beard oil is blue. The Shaven Sailor 3D printed brush, it's blue. The bowl is blue. It has a light blue tint to the shaving cream there, or lather I should say. Got some of the usual suspects this morning. Got the Crown King alum block complete with the blue rubber band. I've got Stirling's Witch Hazel. This one here is unscented, but it is mentholated. Couldn't find any blue on that one there. No blue on this one here. This is Taconic Preshave oil. I'm going to be using it today. I've already put a hot towel to the face this morning. And yes, we do have a little bit of blue on the Shavette this morning. This is a Dovo. And it has the green insert with a Personna hair shaper blade in there. Not the mini, but the full size one. And anyway, having fun with the blue this morning. Frank had, I'll put a link down below to this video, had shaved with the shaver earlier. He was talking about it, not this same particular one, but his Dovo Shavette, and was talking about how long it had been since he had used his, and it had been a while since he used mine too, and I'd already had thought about using it this week. By the way, just 2 pumps on the Preshave oil, and watched his video earlier in the week, as well as watched one from Anthony Esposito, and which was funny. Sometimes I guess if you don't always follow everything going on, time's limited, can't watch all the videos that you want to watch and so on and so forth, so I try to pick a few and try to get through them. And like I say, it's not always the easiest for me to do, but I did catch Anthony's, one of his. I just picked one, and I didn't really quite understand what it was about just by the title, but by the time I got done, I was glad I picked that one there. Just kept on laughing. The Stallion, Anthony Esposito, if you don't follow him, or you haven't followed him very often, he's pretty much, he enjoys shaving with a straight razor. That's pretty much about the only thing he shaves with. On occasion, he will shave with I think it's a Gillette Fat Boy, if I remember right. And I think it's a Fat Boy, that or a Slim, one of the two. Anyway, and he only does it maybe once a year, maybe. In other words, not very often. It's, if I remember right, the reason why he has the shaver, it's his birthday year. And it's just something for him that he does once in a great while. But other than that, he's primarily a straight razor shaver, and he does not particularly care for shavettes. And I guess somebody was wanting him to shave with a shavette, and basically he was saying no. So the whole video is talking about how he doesn't like shavettes, and this guy giving him grief, wanting him to shave with a shavette. Which, I understand, especially if you started out with a straight razor, you enjoy straight razors, you get the edge just the way you want it, the way you like it, smooth, comfortable edge. I understand where he's coming from. And for me, it was more of a matter of didn't know exactly how to start with a straight razor. Didn't have any idea who to go to get it honed or anything of the sort. Who could I, I guess you might say, trust to put an edge on it that I would like, and so on and so forth. So it took me quite a while to work up the nerve to shave with a straight razor. But for Anthony, he's very comfortable with it. That's what he likes. And, yeah, I don't fault him at all. I mean, for me, it was a cost thing. I pick out the edge I want off of whatever blade I can find that works in whatever shave it that I happen to be using. And in this particular case, if it helps any, this particular Shavette Dovo, this comes in blue, it comes in stainless steel, it comes, satin, blah, blah, just different flavors. Same thing with the scales. This insert right here is a green insert. It accommodates the longer hair shaper blade there. And that green insert is no longer in production. You can still find them, they're just no longer in production. And that's one of the things that Frank mentions in his video. I got a link down below to where you can find this Shavette as well as that green insert, but I have noticed that the insert has gone up in price over time. So just something to think about if you're looking for a shaver like this. But for me, I just thought it was a lot of fun watching Anthony's video, trying to convince anybody else that want to try to get him to shave with the Shavette that he doesn't like it. There's no converting him. It cracks me up. It was so funny. And to be honest with you, he was trying to be very polite about it, in my opinion, in that just trying to let everybody know, no, doesn't like Shavettes. Like I said, by the time I had already decided to shave with this particular Shavette, I hadn't watched either one of these videos. Matter of fact, I watched Frank's first, and I had already had set aside a time that I was going to shave with this particular Shavette. Now, Frank's Shavette, like I say, it's a Dovo, but his scales are olive, and mine's just a black plastic. So, just throwing that out there. There are varieties of Dovos that you can choose from, if you're interested in. You don't have to use the long blade. You can use a DE snapped in half. It takes a different plastic insert, but you can get those. I've never tried one, to be honest with you. There's just something in my mind that if this looks like the length right here of a cutting edge, even though this is Shavette and there's, doesn't come with a blade already installed, but if it's this long, I want a blade that long. It's just for me, that's my thing. I have never tried any other blade than one this long. Now, I will say this Shavette is pretty light. There's not a whole lot of weight behind it. Not real sure how much it weighs. Maybe an ounce and a half, maybe something like that. It doesn't weigh very much at all. It's pretty lightweight. So for some folks that might be an issue, which I understand. For me, it is a challenge to make that adjustment, going from a shaver that has weight behind it to one that's very lightweight. But for some folks, lightweight works better, especially if you're, I guess you might say, starting to lose your grip. Something like this, a lighter weight might work better for you. It took me quite a while to get this particular shaver in that I did not think I would like it, that it was lightweight, and just for me, I just never did think I would like it. So this particular one was on sale when I got it. Imagine that being on sale, huh? I went ahead and, I picked it up on the cheap, cheaper than what it's being offered nowadays. And I like it. It's not a bad shaver at all, in my opinion, especially with this blade. This Personna hair shaper blade works well for me. And it does, of course, fit this particular insert. I've had a lot of fun with it. The first time I tried it, I was how can you say, quite excited about it. This same particular style of blade will fit a hair shaper like a WEC, and for me that the shaving experience between using the same blade but the two different shavers, the shave difference is quite a bit of difference. There's, in other words, if you use the blade in a hair shaper, the same blade, and then use it in the Dovo, there is a difference in the shave feel just because the way this one here is designed. With the hair shaper, the blade's naked, it's just hanging out there. You determine the angle and whatnot. With this Dovo, with the insert and the way it's designed, it helps you with the angle. So to me, the shave is different. The blade actually feels different. It doesn't feel quite as, I guess you might say, as sharp or as edgy. I'm not saying that it's dull or it doesn't shave well by any means. It's just a different shave feel. If you get a chance, try to remember, make sure I get that link down below for Frank. You really should watch his video. Have been watching him off and on for a while, and Frank suffers from having tremors in his hands, and I think his one hand is worse than the other, or something along the lines. At any rate, in other words, watching him shave with the Shavette to me is and how well he does, it's incredible. I guess you might say, just goes to show that it is possible. If I can find Anthony's video, I'll put a link down below. To me, it was just so funny. Trying to be so very polite about it. One of the things he does mention is, and I understand, I kind of alluded to it earlier, about the edge that he puts on his shavers is what he likes. And he feels that these blades are too sharp. He doesn't, in other words, he doesn't like the edges on them, which I understand. That is quite of a challenge to find when you find a shaver, to find the right blade that works best for you. And for him, he finds on the edge that he puts on his, which I understand. I guess in a way, one of the things you probably should do one day, if you're interested with straight shavers, is have an edge put on two different razors, or the same one, however you want to look at it. But two different people put the edge on there, and you'll find that the edges are different. So you can experiment with it if you want to, whether it's if you're using two different shavers, is it the same steel or not, or is it the person that's putting the edge on it and what they're using and their method is what makes the difference. I can tell you that it seems like different steel take different kind of edges, and as well as who you're sending it to, what kind of edge are they putting on it, and that's the reason why a lot of people that shave with straight razors put their own edges on their straight razors, is because they get it the way they want it. And I truly understand, because there's still in the back of my mind, one day I am going to give it a try. Put my own edge on my straight razors. Usually with a Shavette or even a straight razor, a two-pass shave most generally will do the trick. I can get a close enough shave that I don't have to worry about the cross the green pass, with the exception of the strip right through here, and I think I pretty well got it. Every once in a while I'll have to grab a shaver and do a quick little pass through there, pick up a little bit that maybe I missed with the Shavette or a straight razor, but most of the time a 2-pass shave is all I need. In other words, I got 90% plus already taken off with the 2 passes already. I'm good to go, in other words. Now I did get my angle a little bit off. You might be able to see it right there. There's also a bump that reoccurs from time to time, and it wouldn't surprise me that it's trying to come back, and that's what I was catching. I didn't catch it real hard. It wasn't a hard catch, but I felt it going across there. Kind of expected to bleed a little bit. Well, I also expected to start stinging here in a moment with this alum block. See, blue rubber band. Don't remember if I mentioned some of the scent profile on this soap. Bergamot lime, mandarin, coconut jasmine, ginger. There's a few more. Yeah, it is stinging right there. It's a very nice scent. It is what I consider a light scent, in that it's not a heavy scent. I'm not talking about scent strength by any means. And it is good for the summer. And if you're looking at getting this one here, it's still available at Stirling, but since it is a summer scent, it's probably going to be put on sale here pretty soon, I would guess. In other words, clearance cleared out because it is a summer scent, bringing in their fall scents. And so if you're looking at something like this here, I would move on it here pretty soon before it gets to the point where you can't get it. My very first experience with Island Man was, oh gosh, probably about 3 years ago, maybe 4. I had got the balm, and I hadn't had the balm very long. Not very long at all. And part of a Shavette group on Facebook, Shavette World, and Ronnie was putting together a package for a new person just starting out, and thought an aftershave balm would be good, and I just got that one in. All I did with it is just, take a swift, quick sniff of the aftershave balm, and then I sent it on to be put in the package. So I never actually got to use it. I just got a whiff of it and sent it on its way. Not that I didn't like it, I just thought that the other person would like this scent. And so now got the aftershave, and I'm actually getting to use it. And I've had this, I put that on too tight. I've had this for a while, and there we go. But I was going through the month of September with samples, and so I had to wait to use this. And if you're wondering, that's what the plastic restrictor looks like. That is one thing, if you're unfamiliar with Stirling's website and their products, they have a lot of products. So in other words, not just shaving soap, but they also got, of course, aftershave balm. They also, I think, make shampoo, beard oil, and they've got all kinds of products that you can choose from. And I haven't really looked at it, but I've noticed the link down below, and they also got a link for coffee. A whole bunch of stuff. And usually at what I consider a reasonable price. In other words, I can't remember the exact price, $13.25 or something like that. You get roughly 5.8 ounces. You can get some that are smaller. Their samples are smaller, but they're still good sized samples at a reasonable price. A lot of products at a great price. Yes, I like this scent. In a way, it kind of reminds me of Club Man's Reserve Gents Gin. Gents Gin being a lot like this in that it's a light scent. It's not a heavy scent. Definitely, something people might categorize for summer. For me, I'll wear it whenever I'm ready for it. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're all are safe, healthy, and smooth shaves to you.